Did you just buy a brand new Rivian, or are you thinking about buying a brand new Rivian? Here are 5 things I highly suggest you set up right away so you get the most out of the security, convenience, and entertainment in your brand new car. Let's go ahead and dive right in. The first feature that you want to make sure that you enable in your brand new Rivian R1T or R1S is actually one of the coolest features that I cannot believe is off by default. It has to do with the really cool matrix headlights. These headlights were not only the first to do this function in America, but they continue to be the best available on the market today. These lights basically give you the ability to bracket out the light around oncoming cars or cars in front of you so that you can illuminate more of the road and the terrain around you without blinding any of the drivers coming towards you or directly in front of you. It's a really cool feature. The headlights will actually also follow the bends around the road as you are turning and going through windy mountain roads. Let's go ahead and show you how to turn this on. The first place you want to go is settings. And if you don't see settings down in the bar here, you actually swipe up, hit settings, go to displays and lighting, scroll over here, and by default, what you'll probably see is standard. In standard, it will completely disable the high beams if any car is seen coming towards you and wait for that car to pass once they're out of the high beam area and re-enable it. This is how traditional cars have worked for years. However, the really cool feature is adaptive. So you want to make sure you turn that on so the light can bracket out for those important cars that are around you while still adding safety and security by illuminating more of the surrounding road and overall terrain. This is a great feature that should, in my opinion, should be on by standard, but now you know how to quickly turn it on and leave it on for your vehicle. I think you'll find that they do a really good job. The next thing you want to set up before you get going is a cool thing called Gear Guard Road Cam. Gear Guard Road Cam is one of the awesome ways that they use the mini high-resolution cameras that are around your Rivian in general. So let's go ahead and go to the same swipe up and go to Gear Guard. Here, you'll see you have things like Road Cam, Incidents, Motion Cam, and Starred. To get the most out of this, you'll want to add an external SSD. Some of this, like Incidents and Motion Cam, can be stored in the internal storage of the vehicle. But once you add external storage, which I'll show you what I use here, if I go ahead and pull back and I see here on the center console and I open this up, down inside here, you'll see that I have an external SSD along with a really handy right angle adapter. This is a 2 terabyte SSD coupled with the right angle adapter, which means it kind of gets the cable out of the way and gives me tons of storage because 2 terabytes is the maximum the Rivian supports. I do suggest you stick it into the left port based on the way that the USB bus is configured inside of the vehicle. Once you've enabled this and plugged it in, you can close the center console, come in here to the settings, you can go to settings here, and then this is where you'll have the option to configure your SSD. Now mine's already set up and has been for some time, but here's where you can enable the road cam, make sure it plays a cam chime to let you know when it's recorded, as well as eject the storage if you need to take that footage and share it with police, your insurance company, or anyone else who needs to see the footage from around you. You can make sure that it enables recording for incidents, and you can turn off motion cam when you're at home, which is a really great feature so you don't fill up with a bunch of clips of just you walking by your own vehicle. Live cam is a feature of Connect Plus, as well as the alarm. Now another feature beyond having essentially a permanent dash cam in your vehicle is that you can actually go to incidents and you can see incidents here and take a look at it, and you can see that you get multiple different camera views of the same event so that if anything happened around you and you can see where it marks where it thinks the event happened, you can see in all these different angles in high resolution. And you have this option right here which allows you to offload this footage to your external storage so that you can easily transport it and offload that again to, let's say, a laptop or another device. This is a really handy way to get security footage when things may have happened in or around your vehicle. This can only be set up while your car is in park, so you definitely want to get it set up as soon as you can. The next feature you want to enable is a great part of Connect Plus. Every new Rivian comes with actually a 60-day free trial of Connect Plus. Connect Plus allows you to view these camera angles remotely. It also gives you in-car streaming, priority software downloads, and my favorite feature, the in-car Wi-Fi hotspot. Now this icon right here with the several rings notates whether your in-car hotspot is on or off. So I can actually go here and go to settings. In here, it'll quickly show me if it's in the status bar or if it's enabled or disabled. Once you've enabled this, it gives you a QR code that you can scan with your device, or it gives you the SSID name and password, which you can then alter to be whatever name you want. This is a great way to get your devices on Wi-Fi quickly and conveniently. And so if you're anything like me, I do a lot of work on the go, on the road, And so being able to just open my laptop and instantly be online is a really handy feature. Additionally, having my phone on here, even though I have an unlimited data plan for my phone, I actually get a kickback if I use under a certain data amount per month. And this gives me a much better shot at hitting that, which essentially pays for itself for Connect Plus. This is a really great feature, and if you have kids, this is kind of a no-brainer because you can give them access to their tablets and things like that. And if you want to cut internet time, you can simply go here, toggle it off, and the internet has died for the car. A pretty great feature of Connect Plus. The other component of Connect Plus that gives you the highest fidelity audio in your car is music streaming. So if you find the music icon here, you'll be prompted with a sign-in screen. You'll definitely want to do this when you're in park before you get going. I'm an Apple Music subscriber, but I signed out just to show you this screen. Once you tap sign in, it gives you a QR code, which you can scan with your phone, log in with your Apple account, and then in just a moment, your vehicle gets loaded with all of your Apple Music access and features. If you use other services though, you can tap these three dots here, and you can drag and drop whichever services are most relevant to you. So if you use Spotify or Tidal or SiriusXM or any of these, you can drag them on. Rivian is expected to continue to add to this list over time, but this is what you want to probably start with. You can, of course, use Bluetooth, but I've found that the audio fidelity is definitely lower on Bluetooth, and overall, the sound system here needs as much help as it can get. So by having direct streaming from Apple Music is the most helpful thing I've found for increasing the bitrate and overall quality. Next is a service called Rivian Roamer by a local Pacific Northwest Rivian enthusiast named Chad. Now, Rivian Roamer is really cool because it allows you to not only get additional statistics and data on your car, but it actually also can alert you when your vehicle is eligible and ready for a new software update. So long before I ever get a push notification from Rivian that my car is ready for a software update, I can actually get an email from Rivian Roamer telling me that it's been flagged for the update. This allows me to put the newest software on as soon as possible and prompt the car to get going instead of waiting a day or more or multiple drives to get enough sort of car awake time for it to notice that it's ready for the update and to pull it down. Now, Rivian Roamer does require the use of a driver profile so they can tell you about your overall vehicle health, service issues such as your 12-volt battery health, total mileage, the date your vehicle was manufactured, and things like that. So if I go to my user profiles here, you'll actually see that we have 3 profiles set up for this vehicle. My profile, my wife, and one that's dedicated for Rivian Roamer. What we essentially did is we created a new email using the plus sign in Gmail, which I'll show you here on the screen. So if you take an existing Gmail account and add plus and then any word at the end of that, that will still go to your normal email address, but it will look unique to other services such as Rivian as a unique driver. This way you can consolidate your messaging communication into one single inbox without having to create a new Gmail account, and satisfies what's needed to have a unique login that you grant something like a service Rivian Roamer to without giving Rivian Roamer an API key to your main master account. Now, I've known Chad for a little while. I trust him with my data. Thousands of other Rivian drivers trust him with your data, but only you can make that decision for yourself. It's a great service. I find value out of it, and he's really doing a lot for free, which is a pretty cool thing. Now, he does plan to add additional features above and beyond what I've already mentioned that will be part of a premium Rivian Roamer service going forward. If you want to get access to some of this for free, make sure you use my referral link down below, even if you're only signing up for the free account, so that when the premium features roll out, you can get a taste of that just because you used a referral link and not having to pay for it right out of the gate. Rivian Roamer is a really cool service and a great way to get more information and be more on the ball with what's going on with your car. And there you have it. 5 quick features that you should enable for sure on your brand new Rivian to get the most out of your security, convenience, and entertainment. If you enjoyed this video, click like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below and let me know, what kind of Rivian did you just get? The R1S, the R1T, what color, what interior, what wheel choice? I want to know it all. And if you want to learn more, go ahead and click here where you can get 28 new tips, tricks, and hidden features on your brand new car I bet you didn't know existed. Until next time, stay curious.